Who can be a greater authority in this most difficult science than St. Teresa? She is preeminently its evangelist and doctor. God gave her a particular faculty, among her other sublime gifts, for translating her vast internal experience of the mystical life into intelligible language, and also of conveying what others might have felt or known, but had never been able to express, by means of ideas and illustrations at once apposite and familiar. The most remarkable feature in the writings of St. Teresa is that vigorous, practical good sense which pervades whatever she says and whatever she advises. How practical, for instance, is the 4th chapter of the 7th Mansion, and, indeed, in almost every chapter of the same work, the saint takes an opportunity of inculcating humility, a knowledge of ourselves, obedience, meekness, charity, zeal for souls, a horror for sin, and an ardent love of God. There is nothing vague or uncertain about what she says. Her language is of the most real, decided, and definitive character. That there is in this great work things far beyond the depth of almost all readers is most true. But are there not most difficult things, hard to be understood, in the Holy Scriptures also? Alas, for him who reads nothing but what he understands! How many things are there which one may understand and practice in the interior castle, and how perfect will they become who practice what they do understand, and who nourish their faith with what they do not understand? The saint commenced this book at Toledo, on Trinity Sunday, in the year 1577. She finished it the same year at Avila. It was composed in obedience to her confessor, the Reverend Dr. Velasquez, who was afterwards Bishop of Osma. F. Gratian also united his command with that of Dr. Velasquez. The year 1577 was the very period in which the saint was engaged with the reformation of her order, and those who know her wonderful history will remember all the labors, sufferings, and persecutions she had then to endure. In addition to these, she was oppressed with bodily pains and infirmities, of which we can now have no idea. In her preface, she mentions having had, for 3 months, such a noise and weakness in her head that she wrote with pain and difficulty even on urgent business. And yet, in the midst of all her troubles and infirmities, she was able to compose, with the greatest calmness and ease, the present sublime work. How well did Teresa know and understand the power of holy obedience! End of the Preface, Part 1.